Hi, I'm Chris, and this happy little guy is Teddy, and together we are Our Time to RV. A few years ago, we downsized from a 3-slide, 35-foot fifth wheel to a 20-foot slide-in truck camper, and now have the flexibility to travel any place our 2016 Dodge Ram 3500 dually can take us. We love the outdoors and tend to gravitate to the state parks, national parks, Corps of Engineer locations, and boondocking sites, but do occasionally visit the private parks. We hope you enjoy the content. If so, please like and subscribe to our channel, then leave a comment telling us what you think. Thanks for watching. Teddy and I are at our next location. We're at Hurricane Cliffs, just outside of Hurricane, or as the locals pronounce it, Hurricane. And in typical fashion for recent times, it's windier and blazes here. Behind the truck, trying to get a little video here. A lot of people biking, trail biking. Had a challenge finding a spot. We're finally getting a little break from the wind. So Teddy and I are out here after dinner. So we get a couple pictures, a little bit of video. Very scenic. Our neighbor moved, so we moved down one. We're a little closer to the wash, this little gorge, whatever you want to call it. It's a much bigger spot. Definitely leveler, or more level. Teddy and I are out this morning at Hurricane Cliffs, and we're going to do a little bit of hiking here. There's quite a few trails around here, very popular for biking. They're color-coded for how difficult they are, and we're just going to use them for hiking. Here you go, here's one of the markers here. Hiking trail, biking trail, green, easy, and this is the Gem Trail. So we're going to head down this way towards, I think what is defined actually as the recreation area. We're following this trail called the Rim Trail now, and it's defined as the more difficult. And I can see why, but it's really not terribly difficult in the way of biking, at least so far. Well, I could see from the topography on the app that it looked like there was a little bit of a gorge down here, canyon, hence the reason for the name of the trail, the Rim Trail. So it's beautiful. Let's see where it leads up at. There you go. The trail made its way right back to the edge of the rim here. Looks like it might follow it here for a short while. We shouldn't be too far away from the rec area here. Look like they're fairly deep. That's where we're headed to. Well, we can't get any closer to the rim here than this. I gotta be careful with Teddy. Sure is beautiful. Okay, we made it down to the river. This is the Virgin River. It's the same river that we were on a couple days ago at Virgin River Canyon Recreation Area. More roads down below. Those people got a nice spot there. Well, we made it back. Just about 4 miles. Good hike. Beautiful scenery. And this is that canyon / gorge just behind us here. Teddy and I just decided to hike down into this little canyon here. It's down behind us. We're heading up to the shallower end, and we're going to turn around and head down to the deeper end, the steeper sides on it. See what there is to offer down here. There we are up there. That's what we climbed down in order to get down here. Yeah, we're going to turn around and head down into the deeper part of the canyon down here. You can tell this place caters to mountain bikers. They provide a parking lot here for them to stage and get out on the trails here. Anyways, we're out for our morning hike, and we're going in a different direction than we did yesterday. Teddy and I started out from the trailhead, taking this road versus one of the mountain biking trails. Just kind of curious as to whether or not this is for 4x4s to head up into the hillsides, or if this is just some type of maintenance road. Anyways, we'll wind up on the mountain biking trails coming on the way back, I'm sure. We are at about 3,800 feet here, higher than we've been in the past couple months. So there is more vegetation and there is more color than in many of the spots we've been at recently. We took a branch off the main road into this area here, which is a bike trail. And it's turned into a little ravine now we're coming out of. And it merges back in with the road that we just got off of just a short bit ago. So we're going to have to make a decision here on which direction we want to go from here. We found an intersection here, and it is a bike trail. And we're going to take it. We're going to head in this direction here. I don't see any trails that will take us up there, at least not where we're at here. But we are probably at the highest point that we're going to be in our hike this morning. And as I zoom in, you can see some white specks on the horizon. We're down in there. That's the camping area. I believe that's us right there, right in the center. So far, it appears the Gooseneck Trail, or Goosebumps Trail, I'm sorry. It's got its name from a series of moguls, ups and downs, twists and turns. It's a nice trail, not that difficult. Haven't seen anything that would suggest that even a novice couldn't ride this. Okay, we found our turn. We're heading back to the camper. I'm going to guess we've got about 1.5 miles left. I'm not sure. Anyways, the name of this trail leads to an interesting and curious question. The name is Cryptobionic. Where would a name like that come from? Something that's out in nature. Okay, we're back. Just short of 4 miles again today. Good hike. First part of the hike wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but I did enjoy, not that I didn't enjoy it, but the second part is kind of what I was, and I did enjoy that when we hiked the Goosebumps Trail. Teddy and I are back on the trails this morning. We came back up into the hillside here to follow some different trails. Get a little morning exercise. The sun's just cresting the horizon behind us. It's gonna be a little warmer today, but a little more overcast though too. I know there's a trail that goes up onto one of these plateaus over here, but I think it's quite a bit further over. I don't know if we'll make it over there or not. The terrain here sure is gorgeous. In a couple more minutes it'll be a little bit more illuminated and bright, more orange. Green will come out from the sunshine and the sunlight. We're gonna keep going. Teddy and I are following a trail that's not even on the map. So I don't know if this was added or created by some bikers after the All Trails map was populated. So I don't know how old this trail is, but it goes in the general direction we want to. Cuts out a little distance. Not much, but just decided to venture down a track that was undefined on the app. Okay, we're back on a defined trail. Not that I was worried about it by any means. Well, we're back. Almost 5.25 miles. Right about there. Good hike. Definitely a good way to get the day started. Right, Teddy? Teddy and I are here at Page Lake Powell Campground in Page, Arizona. We've been here in the past. 2 years ago we came and met some friends for a couple days. Didn't really get a chance to explore too much of the area around. A little bit, but not much. But came here largely because we're on our way to Valley of the Gods and I needed some place to dump my tanks and get fresh water and propane, and I knew this place had all three of them. But now that I know that they cater to non-guests as well too, I can pay a nominal fee and have that done. And Teddy and I are up early this morning, getting ready to take off. Again, we're at Page Lake Powell Campground in Page, Arizona. This campground down below us. We're facing the west now, so there's a little bit of morning light behind us. Teddy and I just arrived and got a spot right on the rim at Gooseneck State Park in Utah, not far away from Valley of the Gods. And this is just our first view. We'll have a lot more for you. It's warm. It's going to be in the upper 80s with only a light breeze. Look at that. I hate to get too close. Definitely have to keep an eye on Teddy here, that's for sure. Here's a little view of the river below and the surrounding areas here. It looks a lot like Horseshoe Bend. The only difference is location, obviously, but the rock, as much as it is red here, is very much like rock in these other areas over here, and they're not as red, number one, and number two is the river isn't as blue as what I recall Horseshoe Bend being like, but other than that, it's very, very similar. This is gorgeous. Teddy and I have just taken a walk down away from the camper and looking at some other spots and some other views. Nice location here, but I think our view is just a little bit better. We're gonna keep hiking down to the end here. We almost decided to come down here to see what the location was like, the views, the sights, the spots, and clearly quite a bit rougher down here. Not impassable by any means, but I can see why there's fewer people down here. And the only one that is down here in the end, I think, has a 4x4 Jeep. We'll see. We're gonna go down here and check it out. By the way, unfortunately, I will not be flying the drone here. Although I'm fairly sure I did hear someone flying one. It's actually not allowed this time of the year. March through October is not allowed. By the way, this is the San Juan River, if anybody might be interested. So we've hiked a little ways. We're up there right along the rim. Probably pretty close to where the best part of the road ends. That's us right there. We're out here near the end of the point, and the water down below is pretty skimpy down there. Not much down there. I can see a little bit better now. This area down here. Would make a great waterfall when there's actually water in it. We're out here at the very end of the point out here. Teddy and I are out for our morning walk, and just before the sun is cresting the horizon over there. It's before 7 o'clock, and we're going to do a little bit of walking here. This is the day use area here at the campground. I don't necessarily see what might be here would bring people in other than the view. The view is phenomenal. I don't see any hiking trails around here as of yet, but we're still researching. Here's another great view of the canyon and the San Juan River down below. This is at the day use area here. You can see it just how it snakes back and forth. Teddy and I did find a small road that we could hike down. This is nice. Great place to camp out here. The road back here is a bit rough in a couple spots, but also nice and smooth in others. So we're going to use it to hike in the morning. As we hike back, this wasn't a very long hike, by the way. Very long walk, very long road, but it gives us a little bit of distance to travel. And on the horizon there, you can see that's where all the campers are. That's us right there. It's another beautiful sunrise. We only got one more full day here, and that's today. We hiked up the road out here to find a little trail to hike this morning. See where it goes, how far it goes. This is our hike this morning. It's a 2-track, I don't know where it goes to, but I can see from the map it's not very far. But combined with the distance we had to walk to get out here, it'll be okay for a warm-up. It's going to have to be, there's not much choice. It is, this place is very nice. Again, there's no services at all, except bathrooms and very small trash cans. So it is very much a one-trick pony, and it's the views. You don't come out here for the hiking, the exercise, access to the water, anything like that. So we've been here 2 days. We're going to stay one more day before we move on to our next location, which is going to be Valley of the Gods. Then after that, we start our long trek home. Bummer. Teddy and I are just out for our walk, and we're scouting out some new areas to not only hike, but also possibly camp outside the state park. According to the map, we're getting ready to run on a road here. A little breezy this morning. It's supposed to be 10 to 20 today. Sunrise. It's mid-50s. The breeze is cool coming out of the east. A whole lot of nothing out here. But that's what we love, man. Yep, the map was correct. We're at the end of the road here. But that's okay. It was a good little hike out here. Not very long, but still very enjoyable. Camping all the way out on that rim. It's only about a half mile out. 4.5. What's his name?
Fletcher.
Fletcher?
Oh man. He or she?
He. His name is Teddy.
Teddy?
Teddy. Go, Teddy, go.
Good name. Have fun, guys.
Just using the solar oven this morning to do a little cooking, or actually baking in this case. Here's some brownies. And also to give you a little bit of context and perspective regarding how close we are camping to the edge. And then from there, it's 1,000 foot down. No forgiveness.